Hey, this is Ben Solomon and welcome to this episode of the Techno Leadership Show. In this episode, just going to talk about things that you can do to protect your technology team from difficult customers. Unless you're in a very lucky situation, in most organizations, you'd have at least one, if not more, difficult customers. These are customers who think they can, come into the tech office and shout at the technology staff or treat technology staff like they're dirt and get away with it. I don't understand where they're coming from in that sort of sense of thinking they can just get away with treating people badly. And maybe they do get away with treating people badly in other contexts, don't know. But when I was a tech, and junior tech especially, I didn't have the courage to sort of stand up and say, don't talk to me like that. But over the years, as I've matured, as I've understood, how would I like to be treated? How would other people like me to treat them? And understanding that meant I needed to have some boundaries for myself. And that started as I was getting into more senior level roles as a technology professional. And then also seeing that some managers didn't quite protect me or my team colleagues from some of those abusive customers, which then led to other issues occurring in conversations that we may have with those sort of difficult customers, meant when I got into leadership positions, especially my first management role, I made sure that I will never let my staff get treated like that. So as setting a boundary from the beginning, I had brought all my staff together and I said, look, I understand in every organization there is at least one or two bad eggs who think that they can get away with treating people badly. I don't know who they are at this moment, as I've just started. This was all those years ago. But I need to be informed of who they are, and if they cause any trouble for you, I need to know so I can go to them and talk to them and put in boundaries in place so that you don't get affected by that. I don't want my staff being treated like that under any circumstance. Even if it's the CEO of the business, I will go in there at the risk of, potentially losing a job. But in most cases, people are understanding when a quote-unquote manager or executive leader steps in and says, hey, the way you treated my staff wasn't right. But thankfully, the director of technology in that business and the CEO of that business were absolutely fantastic people, would not treat anyone like that. So it meant that they set a really high standard of what's acceptable. And when I went and spoke to someone who didn't treat my staff well, I could say, look, this organization is led by people who maintain this sort of standard. If you have an issue with a specific staff for the way they've dealt with your issue or situation, come and speak to me. Please do not attack my staff. Come and talk to me. We'll figure out a solution. We'll figure out what's gone wrong in the whole process, fix the process, and if there is something that I need to communicate with my staff, I will coach them and work with them. It's not your job to, one, abuse them, to talk to them about how things should be, because there's a lot of contextual things that need to be taken into account. Come and talk to me. That meant if there was an issue and someone is being aggressive, my staff knew that they could either come and get me, or they could redirect the angry staff member to me so I could then deal with the situation, or someone could come and get me and I can go lead the staff away from the confrontational area and then calm them down, help work with them to figure out what the issue is and find a solution for them. So as leaders, as managers, it is our job to protect our staff, no matter what our staff may have done wrong, or even if they're incompetent and have made a mistake. Please do not throw them to the wolves, because the thing is, you can always build confidence in those people by showing them that you will stand up for them, and then taking them aside privately and having a conversation with them and saying, look, this kind of behavior is not acceptable in this organization. And you can, like, if your staff who constantly keeps treating the customers badly, and which then leads to customers treating them badly, talk to them privately, take them aside and say, look, we expect respect from our customers, which means we also need to respect our customers, and that can be done in private. But in front of your team, in front of them, you need to take the customer aside, so that one, it gives them the opportunity to calm down. When you take them from a physical location to another physical location, that gives people environmental shift that helps them go, oh, I got really angry there, and helps them shift around. It gives you the time to sort of go, what happened there? What is the context behind the issue that is going on? How can I help alleviate the issue? Okay, if it's the technology that's the issue, let's work on a solution to fix it for you. If it's the person that you were dealing with that's the issue, I will deal with them. Let me know what happened and what is the history of the interaction with that person that led to this issue, and I will deal with that. And please do deal with that and keep both parties informed that it's been dealt with. So yeah, as a manager, as a leader, you need to step in, create that buffer, create that boundary for your staff, and at the same time ensure that those standards and boundaries apply for your staff as well. They've got to respect the customers as well. There is a tendency in the tech world to, the whole problem exists between keyboard and chair thing, can lead to mindsets that then come out in the form of aggressive behavior, or almost treating customers badly as if they're incompetent. And the thing is, you've got to understand, they're competent in the area that they're competent. We are competent in the area that we're competent. They come to us for help because we are, quote unquote, the expert in their eyes. So we need to behave like that. We need to work with that, but at the same time not tolerate bad behavior towards us and our team members. So hopefully that gives you an idea of how to put that protective shield, so to speak, around your team and team members, and give them the confidence that you are there to protect them and lead them and unblock any obstacles in their path to success. I wish you all the best in your journey as a tech professional, manager, and leader. If you like this episode, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe to the channel so that you're notified of future videos as they are released. I look forward to talking to you in a future episode.